This is our lecture number 44. In this lecture we have solved one problem based on two-way slab. In our previous lecture we have solved problem for corners are not held down condition. Now this question we have taken corners are held down, means here we have to provide the torsion reinforcement. So this is we called as a restraint slab. Okay, so design a simply supported two-way slab for clear size 3 into 4 meter for a superimposed load of 3 kilonewton per meter square by limit state method. Use concrete grade M20 and steel Fe415. Wall thickness is 250 mm and here we have assumed corners are held down. Corners are held down. So let's solve this problem. Our first step is we have to find the effective depth. Our first step is we have to find the effective depth. Okay, so you know that effective depth we have to find. So before that we have to check our shoulder span is less than 3.5 meter and live load is also less than or equal to 3 kilonewton per meter square. These two conditions we have to check before finding the effective depth, because if this condition is not satisfied we have to take L by D ratio as same as one-way slab. If this condition is satisfied then we have to take L by D ratio as given for two-way slab condition. Okay, so here we have shoulder span is 3 meter, means this is less than 3.5 meter, and live load is 3 kilonewton per meter square, and we also want 3 kilonewton per meter square less than and equal to. So means this condition is satisfied. So here we take L by D ratio for two-way slab condition given in page number 39. Page number 39 of IS 456 2000. Okay, if this condition is satisfied then we have to take L by D ratio which is given in page number 39 of IS 456 2000. Okay, so here we have given Fe 415, so we have to take L by D ratio according to that. So let's find effective depth. So L by D ratio for simply supported slab is 35. Now we have to multiply with this modification factor and 0.8, because 35 is given for a plain bar. If you want for HYSD bar then you have to multiply with 0.8, and you already know we have to multiply modification factor for L by D ratio. So first we have to find the L by D ratio. So for that we have to need modification factor, and here we assume percentage of steel is 0.4%. Here you assume 0.3% to 0.6%, it's your choice. Here I take 0.4%, maybe you want then you take 0.3%, 0.5% and 0.6%, it's your choice, but here I take 0.4%. So for 0.4% I have to find modification factor. So with the help of figure number 4 which is given in IS 456 2000, I get modification factor is equal to 1.3. Modification factor is 1.3. Now put this modification vector value in our L by D ratio equation. So 35 into 1.3 into 0.8, and L we have given 3000, so D is equal to 3000 divided by 35 into 1.3 into 0.8. Here we get 82.42 mm. 82.42 mm. So here we provide small depth is equal to 110 mm for shorter span, means Lx. Okay, for shorter span here we taken Lx, and now here we assume 10 mm 5 bars. Okay, so after assuming 10 mm 5 bar, we have to find the overall depth. So for finding the overall depth, what we have to add 110 plus 10 by 2 plus here we taken 20 as a clear cover. So here we get 135 mm. 135 mm. So effective depth is 110 mm and capital depth is overall depth is 135 mm. Okay, now this D is for Lx. We have to find D for Ly also. That I told you later how we find the depth for Ly. Simply we have to deduct the reinforcement, but how we find that I will tell you later. Right now we find effective depth 110 mm and overall depth is 135 mm. Now we have to find the second step, effective span. Effective span. So our step number 2, we have to find the effective span. So B, effective span. So for effective span, for simply supported case, you know that two condition is there. First is L naught plus D, and second is center to center of support, whichever is less. Okay, so first L naught we have given 3000 and small d we find 110. So here we get 110 means 3110 mm, and second one is center to center of support. So here we have given this is 250 thickness wall. So center to center, and this is clear 3000. So 125 from here and 125 from here. So 3000 plus 250 is equal to 3250 mm. Okay, so here we take whichever is less. So here we taken effective span or a shorter span is 3110, means for Lx. Same we have find for Ly. So Ly we have 4. So 4000 plus 110 and 4000 plus 250 means same we get, only digit is changed to 4110 mm. So this is the effective span. Okay, so in this way we have to find the effective span. After finding the effective span, we have to find the load calculation. Okay, so now let's find load calculation. Our step number C, load calculation. So for finding the load calculation, first we have to find the self-weight or dead load and floor finish and add live load, getting the total load. So here first we have to find the dead load. So dead load is equal to overall depth is 135 meter into 25 density. So here we get 3.375 kilonewton per meter square. Live load we have given 3 kilonewton per meter square, and floor finish is 1 kilonewton per meter square. So total is 7.37. Sorry, floor finish is here we have not given, so here I assume floor finish is 0.8. if you have given 1, then you have assumed 1, or if you have not given anything, then you have to assume yourself. So here I assume 0.8. so here we get 7.175 kilonewton per meter square as a load. Now we have to find the factored load. So factored load is equal to 1.5 into 7.715. So here we get W is equal to 10.76 kilonewton per meter square. Kilonewton per meter square. So this is our load. Now we have to find the mid-span moment. So now D is mid-span moment. So for finding the mid-span moment, our condition is corners are held down. So as per IS 456 2000, page number 90, clause number D1, mx is equal to alpha x dot w dot lx square and my is equal to alpha y dot w dot lx square. So you have to find first alpha x and alpha y value. After finding that value, you have to put in this equation and find the moment along x and moment along y. So how we find the alpha x and alpha y? For there you have to visit the page number 90, table number 27. Page number 90, table number 27. Sorry, table number 27, page number 91. So I show you. See, this is the IS 456 2000. If you see here, we have given table number 27, bending moment coefficient for slab spanning in two direction. Okay, so here we have given L by Y Lx ratio, means if you get L by Y Lx ratio 1, then your value of alpha x is 0.062 and alpha y is 0.062. So first we have to find the ratio Ly by Lx. Now after finding the Ly by Lx ratio, if you get this value, then after getting this value you have to find the alpha x and alpha y. So let's first find the Lx by Ly by Lx ratio. So here we find Ly by Lx ratio. So Ly is 4110 and Lx is 3110. Okay, so after solving this, you get 1.32 as a Ly by Lx value. Now see in our code. So you are getting 1.32. So 1.32 here we have given for 1.3 and 1.4, means our value is lie between 1.3 and 1.4. So alpha x you getting between the 0.093 and 0.099, and alpha y you getting 0.055 to 0.051. So let's find this value with the help of interpolation. So after interpolating, you get alpha x is equal to alpha x is equal to 0.080, alpha x is equal to 0.080 and alpha y is equal to 0.056 and alpha y is equal to 0.056. Now put this value in our equation mx and my. So mx is equal to 0.080 into w, and we already find w is 10.76 into x, lx is 3110 means 3.110 square. Okay, so after solving this you get 8.32 kilonewton meter as a moment. Same way you have to find for my. My is equal to 0.056 into 10.76 into 3.110 square. So here you get my is 5.83 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is the value of mx and my. Now you have to check depth with the help of maximum moment. So here maximum moment is 8.32. So with the help of this moment you have to check the depth which is provided is safe for this design or not. Okay, so after finding this moment we have to check our depth provided is safe for this design or not. So our step number E, which is effective depth for flexure. Okay, you know that m is equal to 0.138 FCK BD square for 0 Fe415, and here we take maximum moment. So 8.32 into 10 raised to the power 6 is equal to 0.138 into FCK. FCK we have given 20 and we have to take B is 1000 and D we have to find. After solving this equation, here we get D is equal to 54.90 mm and we want depth required is less than depth provided. So depth required is 54.90 and depth provided is 110 m. It's safe, means it's safe for designing the two-way slab. Now after check this we have to find the reinforcement. After check this we have to find the reinforcement. So let's find reinforcement now. Reinforcement, we have provided reinforcement maximum in middle strip. So here we write reinforcement in middle strip, and this reinforcement after distributed in edge strip. Okay, so reinforcement in middle strip. So first we have find for along LX, and here D we taken 110 mm. Okay, so we know that PT is equal to 50 upon FCK upon Fy 1 minus root 1 minus 4.6 mu upon FCK BD square. So 50 into 20 divided by 415, 1 minus 4.6 into 8.32 into 10 raised to the power 6 divided by 20 into 1000 into D square means 110 square. After solving this you get 0.20%, which is greater than 0.12%. It's okay. Why we measure with this 0.12%? Because we know that minimum reinforcement is 0.12%. Okay, so our main reinforcement in mid span is greater than 0.12%. If this value is not greater than 0.12%, then we have to provide the minimum reinforcement 0.12%. That's why here we taken value greater than 0.12%, which is safe. Likewise, in our previous problem we have taken 0.24%, because when at the support we have to provide the bent up bars, so it's required 50% of area. So if PT is less than 12%, then we have to increase the mid span area to 0.24%. But here we not taken 0.24%, that's why here bent up bars are not provided. Here we see that AST minimum is less than mid span reinforcement. Okay, so here we see, and it's okay. After seeing this, now we have to find the AST with the help of this 0.20%. So AST is equal to 0.20 divided by 100 into 1000 into D. D is 110. So here you get 220 mm square. 220 mm square is the AST. And in previous lecture we already see that if AST is less than 300 mm, then we have to provide the 8 mm dia, and if AST is greater than 300, then we have to provide the 10 mm dia. So before, in our previous slide we have seen, we assume a main bar dia is 10 mm, but now here we reduce that bar to 8 mm dia. So here we consider 8 mm dia. Okay, so now after considering the 8 mm dia, we have to find the spacing. So spacing is equal to small AST divided by capital AST into 1000. So for 8 mm dia, small AST is 50.26 divided by capital AST, so 220 into 1000. So here we getting spacing is equal to 228.45 mm. So here we provided 220 mm spacing. So our AST is changed, 50.26 divided by 220 into 1000. So our AST is 228 mm square. So how we write this? We write this: provide 8 mm dia bar at the rate 220 center to center. AST is equal to 228 mm square. Okay, so in this way you have to write this along LX. Now same way you have to find for along LY. ठीक. So let's find for along LY. Along LY. Now for along LY we need a effective depth. Now how we find the effective depth for LY? Here I write effective depth for LY is 102 mm. Now how we get this 102 mm? If you see, then this is our structure. Okay, slab. We have provided one reinforcement like that, and we have provided other reinforcement like that. So if you see, then this reinforcement and this reinforcement is one of two other, means this one the main reinforcement and this one is also the main reinforcement, but this reinforcement is top of this reinforcement, because if we put the reinforcement in both direction, then we have to put one above the other. Means if this is the reinforcement, okay, so this is the reinforcement I provided along the shorter span. Now we have to provide the reinforcement along longer spans. So this reinforcement is put like that. Now I have to measure the effective depth from the top. So if I measure effective depth from the top, so for shorter span I measure up to that point, and for this span I measure up to this point. Okay, so here we have to deduct this 8 mm dia for calculating the effective depth of Ly. That's why here we deduct for calculating 110 minus 8. So here I get 102 mm as a effective depth along Ly. Now apply formula. Pt is equal to 50 FCK upon Fy, 1 minus root 1 minus 4.6 mu divided by FCK BD square. After applying this formula, put the value in this formula. 20 divided by 415, 1 minus root 1 minus 4.6 into mu, and mu is 5.83 into 10 raised to the power 6 divided by 20 into 1000 into 102 square. Okay, so after solving this you get 0.161%, and it is also greater than 0.12%, means it's okay. So let's find. AST is equal to 0.161 divided by 100 into 1000 into 102, and you get AST is equal to 161 mm square. After getting this, you have to find the spacing. You already taken 8 mm bar, so 50.26 divided by 161 into 1000, and here you get 300 mm as a spacing. So here we taken 300 mm. Okay, so for we have find the AST for 300 now. So AST for 300 is 168 mm square. Now we write provide 8 mm dia at the rate 300 center to center. AST is equal to 160 mm square. Okay, so in this way we have find the reinforcement along LX and along Ly. Now here we write one sentence. Here in both direction steel is at mid span less than 0.24%, therefore do not bend the bars near support. Okay, in previous problem we have taken 0.24%, that's why we have to bend the bars, but here we have taken less than 0.24%, that's why here we not bend the bars near the support. Now after finding this, we have to find the edge strip and middle strip, because our question is for corner held down position, and for that we have required tension reinforcement. So for tension reinforcement we have to also calculate the edge strip and middle strip. So we already know the formula. This is our diagram. This one is edge strip, this one is edge strip, this is also edge strip, and this is also edge strip, and this one is the middle strip. Okay, and these all are for edge strip. This is LX and this is LY. So first we have write along LX. We know that this is LX upon 8, this is 3 by 4 LX, and this is again LX upon 8, and this is LY by 8, 3 by 4 LY, and LY by 8. So LY is 4110 and LX is 3110. This is the edge strip, this is also edge strip, this is also edge strip, and this one is also edge strip. Okay, so let's solve it. As per IS 456/2000, page number 90, clause number D 1.7. In edge strip, minimum reinforcement is provided. Minimum reinforcement is provided. Okay, so we know that minimum reinforcement is 0.12%. 0.12%. So let's find the minimum reinforcement. So AST is equal to 0.12 divided by 100 into 1000 into 135 is equal to, here we taken overall depth, that's why here we taken 135. So here we get 162 mm square, and this is for 1 meter width. Okay, now we have to find along LX, because we have different value for LX and LY, so we have to find edge strip for LX and LY. So width of edge strip, width of edge strip is for LX, along LX. So along LX, if we have find, so edge strip is along LX by 8. So LY by 8 we have. So after solving this, you get 115. Okay, so AST required for 515 mm width is equal to 162 into 515 divided by 1000, you get 83.43 mm square. Okay, so here we write provide 2 bars of 8 mm dia and AST is equal to 100 mm square. Okay, now same way we have to find the along LY. This is along LX strip. Now we have to find the along LY. Now how we find this? This is by LY by 8. We know that LY is 411 not divided by 8. 411 not divided by 8. So you getting 513.75. So here we taken 515. Okay. Now we have find for along LY. This is along LX. along ly. So let's find along ly. So along ly you have to taken width of edge strip. If you calculate, then you have getting 390 mm. So AST required for 390 mm is equal to 162 into 390 divided by 1000. You getting 63.18 mm square. So you have write provide 2 bars of 8 mm dia. AST is equal to 100 mm square along ly. Okay, along ly. So in this way you have to find the edge strip bars. Okay, and this you get Lx by 8 because we have to find along ly. So Lx is 311 naught. So 311 naught divided by 8, you getting 388. Okay, so approx here we taken 390. Now after finding this, we have to find the torsion reinforcement. After finding the edge strip value, we have find the torsion reinforcement. Okay, so step number H, torsion reinforcement. At corners. So as per IS 456 2000 page number 90 clause number D 1.8, steel in each of 4 layer we have taken 0.75%. so 0.75 of maximum mid span steel. So maximum mid span steel is 228, so 0.75 into 228, here we getting 171 mm square, and this is for 1 meter strip. 1 meter width. Okay, now length we know that we have taken Lx by 5. So length of bar required is Lx by 5. So 3110 divided by 5, 622 mm, means we have provided at 622 mm. So AST required for 622 mm. So 622 into 171 divided by 1000, you get 106.36 mm square. So here we say that provide 3 bars of 8 mm dia in each of 4 layers. So AST is equal to 150 mm square. Okay, I show you in diagram also how we provide the torsion reinforcement. So we have provide torsion reinforcement at corner. Okay, so in this way we have provide the torsion reinforcement at corner, and this is the overall depth 135 and this is Lx by L5, Lx by 5 distance. Okay, so here we provide 3 bars of 8 mm dia, 3 bars of 8 mm dia in each of 4 layers. So in this way we have find the torsion reinforcement. After finding the torsion reinforcement, we have to check for cracking, deflection, shear and development length. So let's check for cracking. After that we have to check for deflection and check for development length and shear. So now we have to find for check for cracking. Okay, so check for cracking you already know. For simply supported case you have taken 3D or 300. Okay, so 3 into 110 and 300, so 330 and 300, and in Lx we have provided 220. So 220 is less than 300, it's okay. This is along Lx. Now along Ly, same way you have find 3D and 300, and you provided 300 and this is less than or equal to 300, so it's okay, means this is okay for cracking. This is okay for cracking. Now you have to find for check for deflection. Check for deflection. This check shall be done along, this check shall be done along Lx. Okay, now we have find the allowable L by D, which is 35 into modification factor into 0.8. Now we have to find modification factor with this value. 100 into AST is 228 divided by B into D. D is 110. So we getting 0.21%. So for 0.21% we find modification factor with the help of figure number 4 of IS 4562,000. We get 1.7. So allowable L by D is equal to 35 into 1.7 into 0.8, you getting 47.6, and actual L by D is, L is the 3110 divided by 110, here you getting 28.27. so 28.27 is less than 47.6, it's safe. So in this way we have find for check for deflection. Now we have find check for development length and check for shear. Check for development length and check for shear. So let's find check for development length. Check for development length. We know that we have find L by D ratio is less than and equal to 1.3 m1 upon v plus L naught, and for L naught we have two condition, 12 phi and D. So 12 phi is 12 into 8 means 96, and D we have 110 mm. We have taken whichever is less. So here less is 96, so we taken approx 100 mm. Okay, so let's find m. So we have formula for that, 0.87 fy ASTDE bracket 1 minus fy AST divided by fck b dot d. Put value in this equation. So 415 into we have taken for 168 mm square. Okay, so 168 AST D is 100. 1 minus 415 into 168 divided by 20 into 1000 into 100. After solving this equation, you getting 585 into 10 raised to the power 6 Newton mm as a moment value. Now we have to find the V or shear force. So for finding the shear force, we know that V is equal to WL by 2. So W is equal to 10.76 into 3.11 divided by 2. So you getting 16.73 kilonewton. 16.73 kilonewton. After finding the M and V, we have to put this value in our equation. Okay, so L by D ratio is less than equal to 1.3 M1 divided by V plus L naught. So phi sigma S tau BD 4 is less than equal to 1.3 into 5.85 into 10 raised to the power 6 divided by 16.73 into 10 raised to the power 3 plus L naught is 100. L naught is 100 we have taken. So after finding this, you get 555. Okay, and LD value is 376, which is less than it is safe. So it's okay. Now we have to check for shear. Last we have find for check for shear. So check for shear is critical along long span. Okay, so first we have to find maximum shear force VL by 2 or LX 10.76 into 3.11 divided by 2, you get 16.73 kilonewton. Now we have to find tau V. So tau V is equal to VU upon BD, 16.73 into 1000 divided by 1000 into D. D here we taken 100 because we have find for long span. So here we get 0.167 Newton per mm square. After finding the tau V, we have to find for tau C. So tau C we getting by this formula 100 AST upon BD. So AST is equal to 168. So 100 into 168 divided by 1000 into 100. So here you getting 0.168%. For 0.168%, tau C is equal to 0.296 Newton per mm square. Now we have to find tau C dash. So tau C dash is equal to K dot tau C. So 1.3 into 0.296, we getting 0.385 Newton per mm square. After getting this value, we see that tau v is less than tau c dash. It's okay. So in this way we have find the reinforcement for two-way slab, in which we assume condition is corners are held down. Okay, after finding this reinforcement, now we have to draw the section. So let's draw the section. Here we not provided bent up bars, that's why we have provided reinforcement in this way, because our midspan value is less than 0.24%, that's why here we not provided bent up bars. So in this way we have provided the reinforcement, and this we taken 0.1 LX. Okay, this one is clear span which is 3000. This is we have given 250. This overall depth is 135. This reinforcement which is LX, we say 85 at the rate 220 center to center, and this LY is 85 at the rate 300 center to center. Okay, so in this way we have designed the section of reinforcement. You also show small d 110. Okay, and if you want to show the effective span, then effective span is 3110 mm. So this problem is over, guys. If you have any doubts, then comment in my comment box. Thank you.